And so we want you to consider the goals of the program overall, improving the quality of life of older adults and being able to provide meaningful programs in your libraries. So the first thing you have to think about is the artistic discipline that you're interested in, and how do you do that? There are lots of ways. First of all, this pink sheet lists a variety of disciplines just so that you have a sense of the scope and possibilities of options in any of the art forms. You want to look at your facility. So you have this blue sheet, which is a facility survey form, and just going to basically help you to identify the appropriate space in your building. If not in your building, then in a partnering community organization. You're looking at whether or not you have a water source, whether or not you have a piano or a stage, and the facility will, in a big way, dictate what an appropriate discipline would be in your site. You can't have a painting program if you don't have a water source, basically. You can't have people dance on a concrete floor. Okay, it can be linoleum tile, but over wood, not over concrete. You can't have people dance on a tile floor, on a ceramic tile floor. So those are considerations that you need to think about. Another option is to look at the programs that you do have. Think about what might be complementary to those that you do have. Is there a particular resource in your library that is, do you have a fine arts collection, or do you have a CD collection, or do you have a particular emphasis on any particular arts discipline? We also gave you a template for a survey. Many librarians in the past have actually surveyed their patrons to ask what their interests were. And that's a good tool, not only to find out what they're interested in, but also to drum up business, so to speak. So you can adapt this survey, you can use it as it is, or you can change it, and just get a sense of what your patrons might be interested in. You can go to the local senior center. Many librarians will go and talk with their local community organizations to get a sense of what interests. We had an organization, a project in Mount Vernon, where a lot of the people came from the senior center, and they knew that they were not going to offer line dancing in the library because they had a very vibrant program in the senior center, so they wanted something different. So you might want to look at what's happening in the neighborhood where your work could complement it. So the next thing is, once you've decided, or you have an idea about what you can accommodate, what the discipline might be, then the next step is to identify a teaching artist that will work with you. We recommend that you interview between 2 and 3 artists. 4 was great. And, in New York City, there are, in fact, thousands of great teaching artists, but you've got to find the right match. So you determine, based on interview, you show them the library, give them a tour, talk to them about who your patrons are, and by giving them a tour, they understand also what can and can't happen in your space, something maybe that you may not find in doing your facility survey, but they will be able to see. Good programs set challenges that can be met, but they are challenges. Again, it's not passive entertainment. If people are bored, if people aren't engaged, they will not return. It's not like kids who are in school and they've got to be there from Monday through Friday from 9 to 3. These are grown-up adult people, and they will come and they will stay if they are engaged and if they are making progress. The other piece here is a term that we use always in arts education, is differentiated instruction, and great teaching artists understand, as Ed was saying, that each person comes with a certain level of experience. And truly, very few of the people that have participated in these programs actually have prior experience in any of these art forms. So it's a great sense of kind of bravery that people come with, that they sort of, if not now, when, is actually a sort of a pervasive theme in all this work. The reason that people come to these workshops is because they actually want to learn things. Every art form has standards, methodologies, techniques, materials, history, context, theory, all learnable things. And people come to these workshops to learn how to do things. They want to learn how to mix colors. They want to learn how to paint, how to write their memoir, how to sing in public, how to do the rumba, all kinds of things. They are not there to waste their time or to be passively entertained. So when you're talking with teaching artists and interviewing them, what these programs are about are building skills over a period of time. Say people want to, when they're done with your program, when they have done their 8 or 10 or 12 weeks, they should be able to know how to do something. They should be able to start a painting on their own, or to write a poem, or to be more comfortable singing a song in public. They should know how to do the foxtrot, or whatever the goal is. When they leave you, they should have skills under their belt. Workshops, again, need to have the social engagement piece built into it, thought about. How are you actually going to build that into the structure of the project? It's not just going to be, it happens that everybody sort of shows up and starts talking in the beginning. How is it going to be structured to make sure that that happens? Good creative aging programs accommodate diversity of every kind. As public libraries, you know that every kind of person comes in through your doors. So it's not just racial diversity, but it's economic diversity. It's even geographic diversity. One of the people who came to the Grand Central Library came from Brooklyn every day with his walker at 88 years old. So, so a library, public libraries are for many reasons, as Ed said, great places for these programs. Encourage participation. The social engagement piece of this is sometimes equally weighted with the mastery piece. People come because they want to be with people. They want to make new friends. They want to learn new things. How can the artist and librarian work together to make sure that the resources of the library are incorporated into the workshops and are made accessible to the patrons? As an example, we had a painting workshop in Yonkers, and the librarians put up a bookcase immediately outside of the room that had all of their fine arts collection. What is a collage, painting books, all kinds of instructional and theory and content books about visual arts that was immediately accessible for the patrons. When they came out of their painting room, they see this stack of books that was attractive and available and encouraged. So that's a question that together the librarian and the artist look at the resources of the library and also the resources of the neighborhood. Is there a local art gallery or museum? Should you take a field trip? Is that part of the process? In County Cullen last year, after this very successful collage program, the artists came back and they took the entire group to a local art gallery. So there are opportunities like that that can be built in to use community resources as well.